Okay, thank you. Welcome to MEPO, which stands for Master Empowering Platform Organization talk show. Today, I am by the name Ganiko Joyfree Amasio, and I am going to present a strategic analysis in business context with my friend by the name Emmanuel Calisto, who is not able to be with us today due to some personal challenges. And today, allow me to present our work, which based on a strategic analysis in business context. So, let me take you through the summary of today's presentation. Today, I'm going to talk about understanding the summary of strategic analysis in business context, and first of all, let me talk about. Let me present our summary, which says the strategic analysis in business context. Key objectives of the strategic analysis: external environment analysis. Not only that, let me also talk about internal environment analysis, SWOT analysis, and strategic fit and alignment. So therefore, let us start it. Not only that, let me forget about the role in decision making, tools commonly used, and lastly, conclusion. So, let me present the strategic analysis business context as it says. The process of researching and evaluating business environment and internal capability. It is the research evaluating the business environment and internal capability, which means where are we carrying our business, the environment, is it safe, is it good for us, is it capable to implement our business today. Not only that, it also helps us strategic planning and decision making. The decision that we are going to make, is it a right decision? Is it a powerful decision? The plan that we are presenting, is it a good plan? Is it going to work with us, or it is not going to work? Not only that, it aligns goals with market realities and competitiveness forces. Market alignment, reality about market, the competition within our market today. How is it? These are some of the strategies that we are supposed to look on by today, as we are seeing. So, let us now look at the key objective of strategic analysis today. Understanding the market conditions and industry trends. Understanding the market conditions and the industry today. The condition of the market, is it well? Is it working with us? Is it working with the business that we want to implement, or it is not going to work with us? Our industry trends, is it a good structure? Is it good for us to support our business today, or it is not going to support us? Analyzing market conditions and industry trends help business understand the customer needs and competitor activities and emerging opportunities to inform strategic decision making today. Now we have to look at the condition of the industry trends, help business, because now if you look at the conditions, it helps the business to understand the customer needs, competitor activities, because there is a high competition in market today, and also emerging opportunity to inform strategic decision making, the right decision today. So these are some of the key that we are going to look at. Not only that, the second key is identify internal strength and weaknesses. So we have to know our strengths, where is our strengths and our weakness. What makes business today to fall and what makes business to go ahead? What improve our business? What makes business to boom? And that is why we are identifying internal strengths and weaknesses through SWOT analysis and enable business to leverage strengths, mitigation, weaknesses, and develop effective strategies to achieve sustainable competitive advantage and growth. Now, SWOT. SWOT stands for strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats. The strength is highly supportive to our business today. When we have enough strength, when we are powerful, we are supportive. So these are some of our strengths. And weaknesses, what lead our business today down? Is there high competition in the market? Is there less customer? So we have to look also at our weaknesses today. And opportunities, what are the opportunities provided in market today? What are the opportunities? What are we doing as young people? Those who are implementing business today. So what we have to know is we have to create opportunities for our young generation, young people who are coming today. And we have to look also at the threat. What threatens us? What threat our business today? So these are some of the things that we have to look at as we look at the key objective of objective of the strategic analysis today. Not only that, today we look also at number third key objective, which says recognizing opportunities threat. Recognizing the opportunity threats by identifying external opportunity and threats helps business adopt, innovate, and stay competitive by aligning strategic choices with market dynamic and customer demand and industry disruption. Now, when we see our customer, what are their demands? What is highly needed in the market to be supplied? So that is when we look at such things, it identifies external opportunities for our people today in our community. So it is good to look to identify external opportunities and threats, which also helps to adopt, innovate, and stay competitive. So that means we are supposed to be active, competitive in our business when we look at opportunities and threats. So it encourages us to compete for what we are looking for. The fourth one, which says we are supposed to support strategic alignment and direction. Which direction are we going at? Where are we going when we implement a business? Which direction are we taking? Strategy analysis ensure alignment between goals, capabilities, and market demand. What are we capable of doing? What are the market demands? It guides leadership in setting focused, achievable direction and enhance performance, competitiveness, and long-term success. So when we do these things, it may lead to long-term success. It will support us and really, in fact, lead us to long-term success. Therefore, let me talk about external environment analysis. PESTEL analysis. PESTEL analysis, which stands for political, economic, social, technology, environmental, legal. We know our environment, we know our political instability. So here we talk about political instability, economic, social, technology, and environmental legal. Now, our environment, is it fit to implement our business today, or it is not? Now we look also at our economy. Does it support business, or it is not? Our social being. These are some of the things that we are going to look at. PESTEL analysis assess external factors impacting business strategy, political instability, economic trends, social, demographic, technological, and advancement, environmental regulation, and legal requirement enabling information decision making and risk management for sustainable growth and competitiveness. So actually, it is a good decision making and risk management which help us to progress with our business today. If we don't do that, what are the impacts? What are we going to face in our business? So when we have a good security, good political instability, sustainable peace in our land, it may help us and it may lead us higher in whatever we are doing in our business today. As I said earlier, PESTEL is political, economic, social, technological, environmental, legal. Legal, which stands for legal document, and these are the licenses that we are supposed to open about our business today. So it is very important to be legal, politically stable, economically fit, socially available, and fit technical. Now, let us look also at the industry analysis using Porter 5 forces. Porter 5 forces analysis assess industry competitiveness through threats of new entrant, beginning, power of supplier and buyers, threat of substitutes, and rivalry among existing competitors. Now, entrant, bargaining, power of supplier and buyers. We have to look at the bargaining and the power of suppliers. And we look also at buyers' threats. Now, as we are providing goods and services, what are the things that we are supposed to substitute? What are missing? What is not there? So that we substitute when we talk about industry analysis using Porter 5 forces. So when we do all this one, we may end up going also higher and higher, which will keep on supporting business analysis context today in our daily life. Let us also look at the market size, customer needs, and competitor dynamics. Especially, these are some of the things which is on ground. When we look at the market size, is it enough? Are there customers? What are they demanding? Is there a competition in dynamics, or it is not there? When we see that there is a high competition, that is when supply is supposed to be high. If there is no customers, no need for good strategic business in any areas that we are in today. So we have to look for a good market, well-sized market, and we have to look also at the population. The population, is it enough or it is not? Analyzing market size, customer needs, a competitor dynamics helps business identify opportunities, anticipate threats, and develop targeted strategy to gain competitive advantage and drive growth. So these are some of the things that we have to look at. When there is a good market, it helps us to grow in our business. So when an organization hold on business, we have to be accurate and perfect for the benefit and the competition on ground today in our daily life. Now, in market size, we have to look at raw materials. Are they available? We have to look at supplier. Are they supplying? Is there enough? Not only that, we have to look also at the manufacturer. Are they manufacturing quality goods? Are they giving us good services or they are not? Then we look also at the distribution, which also align to our infrastructure. Is there a good road? Is there a good transport to reach market size? So when we look all at that one, not only that, lastly, we look at consumers. The people who are consuming our goods and services. Are they available? Are they in high demand or they are not? So these are some of the things that we are supposed to look at and do to perform our business today in a high run. So let me introduce a subtopic also, which is internal environmental analysis. When we look at the internal environmental analysis, we look at the resource and capability assessment. Resource and capability assessment. These are things, these are our resources. Are we capable of assessing or we are not? Evaluating a company assets, skills, and competence to determine its strengths, support, competitive advantage, and ensure resources are effectively aligned with the strategic goal and opportunities. Resources and capability, these are our goals, daily goals when we implement. We look at the competition to ensure resources effectively, which align with the strategic goals and opportunities. Internal analysis. We have to, within, analyze the problems, analyze the threats and the strengths, analyze the decision making. Is it a good decision? as I earlier said, these are the internal things that we are supposed to look at. When we look at, we will keep on forward running a good business strategies. So, not only that, let me talk about value chain analysis, identifying cost, drivers, and value adding activities. When we look at that one, we examine business activities to identify cost drivers and value adding process, helping organization enhance efficiency, reduce waste, and strengthen competitive advantage through optimizing operation. I have been saying this one. It strengthens competitive advantage when we compete and achieve all what we do. We may reduce the waste and put more strength and competition to achieve our goals in market context analysis. Internally, component of environment analysis and external component. These are some of the things that we are supposed to look at. When we look at, we are able to run our business smoothly and safe without any disadvantages when we look upward for advantages. We have also to look at the core competence, like what sets the business apart? What sets the business apart? What separates the business? That is when we look at core competence. Core competence are unique strengths, skills, technologies, or process that differentiate a business, creates customer value, and provide sustainable competitive advantage in a marketplace. So it encourages us, it strengthens us as skills of technology or process that differentiate business, create customer value. So it also creates a customer values, which means those of us who are carrying business, we look at customer values. We value our customer. By providing that one, we create a room for promoting our business. That is when they say there is customer care. When you provide a customer care, you promote your goods and services, which may help you also to gain more customers in our marketplace today. So these are some of the things that we have to do. And when we still look at the core competence, we look at company resources. When we look at company resources, we see the resources. Are they quality resources? Are they good? Not only that, we look at competitive advantages. When we see competitive advantages, is it supporting the business or it is not supporting the business? Then we look at core capabilities. Core capabilities, what we are doing. Are we capable of doing it or we are not capable of doing it? If we look at it, we see strategic assets, which also support us. So we are capable of doing that one. And lastly, we look at core competence. So when we carry business doing all this one, it may help us a lot and a lot. So we have to put our mind to support our business. Now, let us look at SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis. Here about the SWOT analysis, we are going to talk about its strengths, internal advantages. When we say strength, are internal capability, resources, or attributes that gives a business a good competitive edge. When we are capable of doing things, looking at our resources or attribute, it gives us a business competitive edge. It supports strategic goals, and also it enhances performance in a key operations areas. So when we look at SWOT, these are some of the things we have to look at our strengths. Is it favoring a business or it is not favoring our business today? So SWOT analysis help us to strengthen our business in the areas that we are opening our business in today. Not only that, let me take you to weakness. These are internal limitations. These are the challenges that we are facing in our business today. These are things that limit our resources, our doings in business. Weakness are internal challenges or resources gaps that hinder performance, reduce competitive, and must be addressed to improve strategic alignment and organizational effectiveness. These are the things that we are supposed to look at by reducing our weaknesses, by reducing the challenges that we are facing, like transportation, when there is no proper good infrastructure, no proper road, so it leads our business down. As young people, we have to look at our weakness, then we also look at our strength. Then we overcome our weaknesses. When weakness comes, we should not give up. We have to stand by, be strong, and go on with our strength. Threats. When we look at our threats, these are the things also it leads to the business. It leads the business down. And the opportunities, these are the things we have to look at our opportunity cost. When we see our opportunity cost, really, is it supportive or it is not supportive? When it is supportive, then we have to move on. When it is not supportive, it leads us to our weakness and threats, which doesn't support our business. So we have to look strongly at SWOT and manage it properly by being strong and create good opportunities in our business. So let me also talk about opportunities itself. These are external factors that exploit. Opportunities are favorable external conditions like market trends, technological advance, or policy change. The business can leverage to innovate, growth, and gain competitive advantages. When we look at opportunities, it favors external conditions. External conditions like what? Like market trends. It also look at technology, because the life of today is full of technology. Technology is going high. Then when we look at opportunities, it also talk about technological advance or policies that changes a business. So in that one, we have to look critically at our opportunities and work out with it when we look at SWOT. When we do all this one, it may lead us higher and higher. Let me also look at threat. Threat, these are external risks to manage. Threats are external challenges such as competitions, regulation, or economic shifts that can harm business performance. If not, also, it can identify the monitoring and strategically manage in time. So when we look at the threats, these are the challenges that we are facing. It is not supportive with our business. So we have to manage threats in a way that can support our business performance. So in business performance, we have to double more efforts to monitor and strategically manage in time. When we do all this one, it will support our business properly and carefully. Now, let me take you also to a strategic fit and alignment. When we look at strategic fit and alignment, it ensures alignment between strategy, resources, and market demand. When we look at market demand, what is demanded? When we look at strategic demand, what is needed and what is not, what is on ground? The strategic fit and alignment. It is like aligning strategic resources and market demand, which enable business to optimize performance and maximize impact. It is clearly fit that it enables to optimize performance of business and maximize impact. When it maximizes impact, so we have to look at it critically well, because it also helps us to achieve sustainable growth and leverage in our business in our daily life today. These are some of the things that we have to put in business which can support us and support us really. Now, when we look also at the strategic fit and alignment, it also look at the benefit of the strategic alignment. What are the benefits? These are some of the things that we are supposed to look at. Not only that, I will take you to balance internal capability and external opportunity. When we look at the balance internal and the capability with the external opportunity, balancing internal capability with internal opportunity enable business to capitalize on strength, mitigate weaknesses, and seize market opportunity for sustainable growth and competitive advantages today. When we look at our weakness, we have to mitigate our weakness, and we look at the size of market opportunity. When we see all these one, it leads us to sustainable growth and competitive advantage. So we have to take balance internal capability and external opportunity very serious, because it is something which is in business. When we consider this one, it will help us to manage our strengths and weaknesses in the business and create good opportunity for us. So these are some of the things that we are supposed to look at, and it will help us. We have to assess internal capability. We have to look at the resources. We have to look at case study. We have to look also at the tips for assessing internal capabilities. We have to look at the cost and expenses. When we see all this one, and when we all look at this one, it may support us in our business and lead us higher and higher. Business today is very important, because when we go for business, we are self-empowered and we are self-unique and having a good decision making. Now let me take you also to support long-term sustainability and competitiveness. When we look at this one, it is a strategy analysis support long-term sustainability and competitiveness by identifying opportunities, mitigation, risk, and leverage strengths to drive growth and maintain market position effectively. Support long-term sustainability and competitiveness. We look at the risk, the mitigating risk, and the opportunity. We have to identify our opportunity and we have to identify the mitigating risk factors. Then we have to look also at our strengths. When we see all this one, it leads to growth and maintain market position effectively. When we do all this one, when we look at opportunities, when we look at our strengths, if we maintain opportunities and our strengths, it will maintain market position effectively and business will grow higher and higher. Now, let us look at role in decision making. What is your role in decision making? When you are opening a business, when you are with your business, what are the roles? What are the things that you are supposed to do? So these are things that we are going to look at. The first thing that we have to do is informs choices about expansion, investment, innovation, and the restructuring. When we see our choice, it expand and invest innovation. So it is good when we look at the role in decision making of our business. Secondly, minimizing risk by anticipating changes in the business environment. We have to maintain the risk. We have to maintain all the challenges that we are facing, because when we are on ground, we know the challenges that we are facing. We know the problems that we are facing. So we have to minimize the risks. We have to minimize the challenges and make good changes and make good environmental changes for a good business. When we do all this one, it will support us to make a good decision. Thirdly, we have to guide the resource allocation and goals setting. Now, when we are opening a business today, we start with what we have, then the resources allocation. Where is it allocate? We have to look at the goal setting. What are the goals of our plan, our strategic plan? What are our goals? What is our plans? So when we look at this one, really it will support us to make a good decision, right decision. You have to approve and decide, consult and inform. These are some of the things that we have to look at. So let me take you to decision making process. When I take you to decision making process, I will talk about identify the problem. You have to identify the problem, where is it coming from, how to manage it, and if you do all that one, business will be good for you and it will be a good decision process making. Number two, you have to look at establish decision criteria. You have to put the criteria in action. You have to implement in your business. So it is also one of the decision making process. Thirdly, you have to weigh decision criteria. You have to weigh the decision criteria. Is it right or it is not right? You have to balance the criteria. Is it supportive or it is not supportive? When you see that it is supportive, that means it is a good process for decision making. Then number four, we have to look at generate alternative. So you have to generate alternative. If it is not working with you, you have to generate another alternative. You have to take another alternative, which also leads to decision making process. Number four, we have to look at evaluate the alternatives. Like I said, when you evaluate, you look on it. Will it help or it will not help? When you see it can help, it is good for you and it is good for decision making process. When then we go to number 6, choose the best alternative. Like what I said, you have to choose the best alternative. When you choose good alternative, it will help you. So these are the things that we see in decision making process. Then number 7, implementing the decision. When you take decision in business setting, so you have to implement it, you have to put it in action. Don't sit that I have decision, I want to do this and this. No, you implement the decision and you take action immediately. This is also one of the decision making process. Lastly, evaluate the decision. Look again upon the decision. When you keep on looking upon the decision, you may come with the right decision. Otherwise, you may make wrong decision. And when you look at that decision, it is right, implement it. Now, let me take you to Toll's commonly used. The tools commonly used is SWOT, pestle, and Porter 5 forces. These are the tools that we used in business, in daily life today. This is the first tool that we take. Then secondly, is benchmarking. It is also a tools that help us in our business context today. Then we have scenario planning. We have a scenario, we have to plan about it properly. It is also one of the tools that we used in business today. We also look at the balanced score card, which is also another tools commonly used today in our business. So let me take you also to gap analysis. Let me take you to conclusion. In my conclusion, strategic analysis is vital, very important for crafting informed, competitive, and adaptive business strategies, enabling business to thrive in dynamic environment through data-driven insight. So, as young people to be empowered, we have to empower ourselves, we have to be supportive in our business, and that is why you see Maple today, they are on many platforms trying to empower young people through education, business, and in all whatever that they are doing. So you are mostly welcome to Maple organization, where we blow, grow, shine, supportive together. We work for unity, we work for supporting, we work for strength, we work for youth. So these are some of our objectives as a Maple. Really, we are really strongly asking our young people of this nation, South Sudan, to join us to build our nation, to build our environment, to build young people and supportive in business, in whatever that we are capable of doing. We stand there for you, and we will be forever for you. Maple organization.